Welcome to another reaction video. Hey what's up guys, welcome back to another reaction video, and today I am going to be reacting to 20 mysterious photos that seem to not exist. So let's get into it. Okay, well, let's do it soon.
To mythical apes and ghosts that only show up on film. These are 20 photos so mysterious, so impossible that it's often said they should not exist at all. Number 20. The Tadpole Monster, 1954, Queensland, Australia.
It's like
French
that
photographer Robert
thing
Sarek,
for, like,
along with his family, were vacationing off the coast inside rowboats when this large snake-like creature appeared. It was 6 feet below water, approximately 80 feet long, along with a giant wound in its back. One person managed to snag this photo before the creature swam off, never to be seen again. Still a mystery to this day. Number 19.
Nice. Just repeat.
The Modern Time Traveler, 1941, the South Forks Bridge grand opening in Canada. This photograph supposedly contains a time traveler seen in the dark shades. His clothing, sunglasses, and especially the camera he carries are far beyond what were available or even invented back then. A good deal of theorists claim this is definitive proof that time travel is indeed possible. Number 18. The Naga Fireball. These fireballs, or Mekong lights as the locals call them, is a phenomenon with an unconfirmed source said to be seen in Thailand's Mekong River. Also said to appear in Isan and Laos. Basketball-sized glowing balls shoot out of the sea and into the air, vanishing after a few hundred meters. Theorists suggest phosphine gas, but no current science can accurately explain why this photo is possible. Number 17. The Hampton Court Ghost. 2003, Hampton Court Palace, London. A fire alarm sounded, alerting guards that a door has been opened. The guards searched every door, but they were all sealed and bolted. However, this disturbing image was found by their CC security cameras. Even though the door remained sealed minutes later, nobody could explain how this was possible. Number 16. The Solway First Astronaut, 1964, buried by Sands in
1961.
Jim Templeton was in a marsh taking photos of his daughter. Everything fine, but when he developed such photos, this spaceman appeared in the background. According to Templeton, there was nothing behind her at the time. A clear day, and Kodak verified the photo had not been tampered with. Number 15. The Babushka Lady, 1963, Dallas, Texas. The assassination of John F. Kennedy. A mysterious old woman with a brown overcoat and scarf appears in a huge number of photos during the assassination. It's highly speculated she was taking photos or videos at the time, and despite the FBI publicly requesting for her to come forward, she never did. Nobody ever heard from her again. Number 14. The Battle of Los Angeles. 1942, 3 months after the start of World War II. On the evening of the 24th of February, an aerial barrage assaulted the sky of LA with no planes in sight. The official word was, soldiers had gotten trigger happy when a weather balloon passed over LA. But UFO conspiracists have speculated it was a cover-up for extraterrestrial spacecrafts, a common belief of the time. This is one of the early photos of the mysterious battle. Number 13. The SS Watertown Ghost, 1924, an oil tanker sailing toward the Panama Canal. James Courtney and Michael Meehan were aboard at the time and accidentally killed by gas fumes. They were then buried at sea, but those still aboard the SS Watertown noticed something peculiar following the ship. Two ghostly figures floating along the ocean, silent and staring. The ship's captain took one snapshot of this phenomenon, and you're looking at it right now. It could not be explained. Number 12. Freddie Jackson's Ghost, 1919. A photo of Sir Victor Goddard's
oh no. Literally, like they, we just
squadron, men who had served in World War I aboard.
All of them look like exactly the same. I don't even know how that can be a ghost. I don't know how that got explained. But my camera face in a way so I can't see the picture properly. But that's not creepy as hell.
of the HMS Daedalus. This ghostly face was said to belong to that of Freddie Jackson, an air mechanic accidentally killed 2 days prior by an aeroplane propeller. All the men in this photo confirmed it was Jackson's face, as his funeral was being held that day. Number 11. The falling body. The story is simple and fairly obvious. The Cooper family moved into their new home in Texas. A photograph was taken of their family, and when it developed, a body appears from the ceiling. There isn't much context here. It could be real, could be fake, but there's no way to know for sure. Number 10. The McMinnville UFO, 1950.
Repeat.
McMinnville, Oregon. A super famous photo, thought to be the original UFO. The reason this one was so famous? It was picked up by Life magazine and went on to get featured in hundreds of newspapers across the country. Mind you, this is nearly 12 years after the infamous War of the Worlds broadcast, and the fear of the unknown was fresh in pop culture. To this day, the flying saucer blob on the photo remains controversial. What could it possibly be? Number 9. The Brown Lady of Raynham Hall, 1936. Photographers from Country Life magazine took this snapshot in Raynham Hall, Norfolk. The story went in 1835. A house guest in the hall noticed a phantom in a brown dress, eyes gouged out, wandering the halls. To this day, nobody can explain what this white image in the photo could be. Though skeptics argue it lacks a good deal of authenticity. Number 8. The Hessdalen Lights. These mysterious lights over Hessdalen Valley have been reported multiple times for the last 80 years.
Whoa.
But it was during the years 1981 and 1984 that the lights started appearing much more frequently, over 20 times a week, to the point where people just show up to see them. Some suggest it's an unstable tear through space and time, one we cannot yet understand. Number 7. The skunk ape. In 2000, Florida, sightings of a large, foul-smelling ape creature have been frequent for 30 years. But it was an anonymous woman that mailed this single photo to her local sheriff's department that put a face to the name skunk ape. She wrote that on 3 separate occasions, this ape entered her backyard to steal apples. Since that time, nobody can disprove this photo. It looks authentic. And it's highly possible it belongs to the group Hominid cryptids said to inhabit Florida, Carolina, and Arkansas. And it could very well be creeping around to this day. Number 6.
Okay, I'm staying away from wherever that is.
1963, a church in North Yorkshire, England. Reverend K.F.
I'm so glad I never stepped in a church. I don't ever know sleeping in a church.
Lord took this photograph inside his church alongside several others. He thought nothing of it until the film was developed. And this hooded creature appeared. Experts say the photo is not the result of double exposure. The figure is truly there in the shot, but what it could be, nobody knows. Number 5, the UFO painting, the mid-1400s.
No. It's a flipping ghost. Can't you explain
Well,
it
technically
properly?
this is not a photo. This painting called the Madonna of Saint Giovannino by Domenico Ghirlandaio depicts something very unsettling. Above Mary's right shoulder, you can clearly see a round, spiky object.
Some people believe ghosts do
Air
exist. Some
travel
people
would not
don't
be
believe
invented for
ghosts
another
exist.
400 years. There is no known phenomena that could
So probably everyone that explained it thought ghosts don't
account for
exist.
this
Probably
bizarre
just
shape
didn't know
in
about
an
ghosts
otherwise
at
standard
all.
painting for the era.
Come on,
Did they see something we
like,
didn't? We'll never know.
Like, oh,
Number
like
4,
2 billion
the
things
Phoenix
happening
Lights,
every single
1997.
half
5 giant lights appear in the sky over the city. They appear one at a time. They stay for a while and then disappear. Reports from earlier that day described a colossal, mile-wide, dark aircraft in the sky moving from town to town. A nearby Air Force claimed the lights were simply flares attached to helium balloons because of how perfectly in line they were, but people do not buy it. There is a full documentary on this. The YouTube link is down below. Number 3, the Loch Ness Monster. Old Nessie is a sea monster, massive urban legend, rumored to be a still surviving dinosaur known as a plesiosaur. The most famous image is Surgeon's photograph from 1934, although this was later revealed to be a giant hoax made of a toy submarine and a plastic wood neck. However, eyewitness accounts and even live footage of Nessie are evidence enough that there is at least one creature in the loch, but we may never know if it is the
there's a rainbow right there. That's a rainbow. I mean,
fabled dinosaur. Number 2.
Look, let me just go back to that.